Don't work then. Just skip work. Just there you go. Huh? Oh no. I think she's gonna be here Friday.
Alright, everybody, you know this is for me. Come on. Give it up. Let's do it. It's a wrap. Lights up, and it's time to settle down.
Let's find the seats and don't clown around.
The play's about to start, so here are the rules.
Please listen up and don't play the fool.
Rule 1.
Turn off your phones.
It's time for us all to get in the zone. Rule 2.
No filming or flash photography.
Use your eyes to capture the choreography. The rule 3.
The seconds to your left.
And exits to the right. The signs above the doors are both green and bright.
There'll be actors in the aisle.
So please don't be in denial. One more thing. We also use strobes, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
This is Illyria, lady.
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, Captain?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
Aye, madam. And to comfort you with chance, assure yourself. After our ship did split, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Knowst thou this country?
Aye, madam, well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name.
What is the name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I've heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
Or is so now, or was so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh in murmur he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, daughter of a count that died some 12 months since. Then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the company and sight of men.
Oh, that I served that lady, and might not be delivered to the world till I had made mine own occasion mellow, what my estate is.
That were hard to compass. She will admit no kind of suit, no, not the Duke's.
There is a fair behavior in thee, Captain. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am, and be my aid. For such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this Duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else may have to time I will commit. Only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, then let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
No one to talk with, all by myself. No one to walk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you.
music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. Oh, that strain again. It had a dying fall. Oh, it came over my ears like the sweet sound upon the bank of violets, stealing and giving it odor. Enough! No more! 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before. Oh, when my eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. In that instant, I was turned into a hart, and all my desires fell like cruel hounds ere pursue me since. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself till 7 years' heat shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloister she will veiled walk and water once a day her chamber round with eye-offending brine. All this to season a brother's love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, that she hath the heart of that fine frame, to pay this debt of love but to a brother! How will she love, when the rich golden shaft hath killed affections that else live in her? When brain, liver, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied with her sweet perfections of oneself king! Ha! Away before me to sweet beds of flowers, love thoughts lie rich, when canopied with bowers.
My niece to take the death of her brother thus. I am sure cares an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier of nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exception to your ill hours.
Why, let her accept before accepted.
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am.
That quaffing and drinking will undupe you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday. And of a foolish knight you brought in one night here to be her wooer.
Who? Sir Andrew Agachi?
Aye, he.
Why, he's as tall a man as any in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year in all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Oh, but wench, Castiliano Volgo. For here comes Sir Andrew Aguface.
Sir Toby Belch! How now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good mistress accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good mistress to marry accost.
You mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
By my troth, I would not undertake her under this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
And thou that part so, Sir Andrew, would mightest never draw sword again.
And you quite so, mistress. I would I might never draw sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
Marry, but you shall have. And here's my hand.
Now, sir, phone is free. I pray you bring your hand to the buttery bar and let it drink.
What for, sweetheart? What's your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
Why, I think so. I may not be such an ass, but I can keep my hand dry. But what's your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Oh, knight, thou lackest cup of canary. When did I see thee so put down?
Never in your life, I think. Unless you see the canary put me down? Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has.
But
I am a great eater of meat, and I do believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought that I'd forswear it.
Faith.
I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece cannot be seen. Or if she be, it's 4-1, and she'll none of me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
She'll none of the count. She'll not match above her degree neither in estate, years, nor wit. I've heard her swear it. Tut, there's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer. I am a fellow of the strangest minds of the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes all together.
Art thou good at these kickshaws this night?
As any man in Illyria, whatsoever he be, under the degrees of my betters, and yet I will not be compared with no man.
What is thy excellence of the Gilead, knight?
Faith, I can cut the caper,
And I can cut the multitude.
and I think I have the back trick simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things neat? Wherefore do these things have a curtain drawn before them? Why does them not go to church in the Gilead and come home and around to it? My very walk would be a jig. What is this? A world to hide virtues in? I did think by the excellent constitution of thy leg it was formed under the star of the Gilead.
Aye, 'tis strong, and it does indifferent well in the plain college stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus, that's size and heart.
No, sir, it's legs and thighs. Let me see that caper. Excellent, excellent. Higher, higher. Who saw Cesario, ho?
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped to thee even the book of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, be not denied access. Stand at her doors. Tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she never will admit me.
Be glamorous! Leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofit return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my sweet love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet a barful strife, where I woo, myself would be his wife.
I'm not one of the pretty kind. All of my one
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madmen. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, tell him I am sick or not at home. What you will to dismiss it.
Here he comes. One of thy kin has a most weak pia mater.
And by mine honor hath drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman. What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman here. Look at these pickle herring. How now, socks? Good Sir Toby.
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? Why, I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
Ay, marry, what is he?
Let him be the devil, and he will. I care not. Give me faith, say I. Well, it's all one.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. One drowned above heat makes him a fool, the second mads him, and a third drowns him.
Go thou and seek the crowner, and have him sit on my cause, for he's in the 3rd degree of drink. He's drowned. Go look after him.
He is but mad yet, Madonna.
and the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He brings it on himself to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He is fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so. And he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be supported to a bench. Yet he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
Of what manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no.
Of what personage and years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. He's very well favored, and he speaks very shrewishly. One might think his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewomen.
Gentlewomen! My lady calls.
Get my veil from We will once again hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house. Which is she?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house. For I never saw her. I would loathe to cast away my speech, for besides it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn. I am very comfortable, even to the least sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart. Yet, by the very fangs of malice, I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. I am a messenger.
Sure you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Yet you begin rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maiden. To your ear's divinity, to any other's profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? What chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text, but we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done. If God did all.
'Tis ingrained, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you will leave these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out divers schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried, and every particle and utensil labeled to my will as, item, 2 lips, indifferent red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lids to them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so on. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see you what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompense though you were crowned the non-peril of beauty.
How does he love me?
Adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. You might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of content love, and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Hollow your name to the reverberant hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him and let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart a flint that you shall love, and let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my estate is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, actions, and spirit do give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast, soft, soft. Unless the master were the man. How now, even so quickly, may one catch the plague? Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be! What ho, Malvolio?
Here, madam. At your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him. Would I not tell him on none of it? Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him. If that youth will come this way tomorrow, I shall give him reason for it. Hie thee, Malvolio!
Madam, I will.
I know not what in fear to find. Mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force, ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Ma, he's making eyes at me. Ma, he's awful nice to me. Ma, he's always breaking my heart. I'm beside him. Mercy, let his conscience guide him. Ma, he wants to marry me. Be my honey bee. Every minute he gets older. Now he's leaning on my shoulder. Ma, he's kissing me. Little Lily was oh so silly and shy, and all the fellows knew she wouldn't.
Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. But therefore I shall crave of you your leave, that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you, whither you are bound.
No sooth, sir. You must know me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian. My father was that Sebastian of Mezzaline, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been so pleased, would we had so ended. But you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea was my sister drowned.
Oh, alas the day.
A lady, sir. Though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. But though I could not with such estimable wonder afar believe that, I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy cannot but call fair. She is drowned already, sir, with salt water, and I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Bear eat well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am yet so in the manners of my mother, that upon the least occasion more mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to counter Sina's course. Farewell.
I have many enemies in Orsino's court. Else would I very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so. That danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Excuse me. Just 1 second. Would you let me through? Thank you very much. Were not you even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace, I have sent Sir Ivory hither.
No, 1 second. I think you're right up there. No, I'm trying to get over there. Excuse me. Pardon me. She returns this ring. You might have saved me my pains by taking it yourself. She has, moreover, to put your lord to a desperate assurance that she will none him. And one thing more. You should never be so hardy to return again in his affairs, unless it is to report on his taking of this, receive it so.
She took the ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it at her, and it is her will that it should be returned. If it's worth stooping for, here it lies in your eyes. If not, be it hers to find. I'm coming back, excuse me. Yep, just like that. Please don't let me.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made a good view of me. Indeed, so much that sure methought her eye had lost her tongue, for she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, why he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so, as 'tis, poor lady, she were better of a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness, wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms? Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we. For such as we are made of, such we be. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him. And she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes, and diliquiera cosurgie, thou knowest.
Nay, my troth, I know not. But I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and to go to bed is then early. So, to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Does our life not consist of the four elements?
Faith, so they say. But I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Therefore, let us eat and drink. Mary, I say, a stupid wine.
What a caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady have not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
My lady's a Cataean. We are but politicians. Malvolio's a Pego Ramsey, and 3 merry men be we. Am I not consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? Tilly Valley, lady.
Oh, for God's sake, peace!
My masters, are you mad? Oh, what are you? Have you no wit, manner, nor honesty to gabble like tinkerers at this time of night? Do ye make an alehouse of my lady's house? Have you no respect for place, person, nor time in you?
We did keep time, sir, in our catches.
Snack
you. Though my lady bade you as a kinsman, she is nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself from your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear heart, since I must needs be gone.
Nay, good Sir Toby.
His eyes do show his days are almost done.
Est even so.
But I will never die.
So Toby, there you lie.
This is much credit to you.
Shall I bid him go?
What then if you do?
Shall I bid him go and spare not?
Oh, no, 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 you dare not.
Out of tune, sir, you lie. Art any more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, by St. Anne, and ginger be hot in the mouth, too.
Thou art in the right. Go! Rub your chain with crumbs. A stoup of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you prize my lady's favor to anything more than contempt, you will not give mean to this uncivil rule. She shall know of this by this hand.
Go shake your ears!
'Twere as good a deed as to drink when a man's a-hungry. To challenge him to field, and then break promise with them and make a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge. Or else deliver thy indignation to him by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the Count was today with thy lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a neighbor and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us, tell us something of him.
Marry, sir, sometimes he is a kind of Puritan.
Ugh.
Oh, if I thought that, I'd beat him like a dog.
For what, being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight.
I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough.
The devil a Puritan that he is. Or anything constantly but a time pleaser, an affectioned ass. The best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks with excellencies, that it is his grounds of faith that all that look upon him love him. And on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the color of his beard, the shape of his chin, the manner of his gaze, the expression of his eyes, forehead, complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very much like your niece, my lady. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our heads.
Excellent! I smell the device.
I think I have it in my nose, too.
She will think, by the letters that will drop, that they come from my niece, and that she is in love with me.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And that will make your horse now. Make him an ass.
That I doubt not.
Oh, it will be admirable.
Sport royal, I warned you. I know my physic will work with him. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third, where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night, to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
Before me, she's a good wench.
He's a beagle. True bred. And one that adores me. What's to that?
I was adored once, too.
Let's to bed, knight. Thou hast now need send for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I'm a foul way out.
Send for money, knight. If thou hast her not in the end,
Call me cut.
And if I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come. I'll go burn some sap. It's too late to go to bed now. Come night, come night.
Every time I hear the march go low and grim, I am always on the outside looking in. Maybe that is why I see the funny side when I see a fallen brother take a ride.
Come hither, boy. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is thrown.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it. Young though thou art, thy eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves, hath it not?
A little by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
She is not worth thee then. What years in faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old by heaven. Let still a woman take an elder than herself. So wears she to him. So sways she level in her husband's heart. For however, boy, we do praise ourselves. Our fancies are much more giddy and unfirm, much more longing, wavering, sooner lost than woman's ours.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affections cannot hold bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas that they are so. To die even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come, that song we had last night.
Are you ready, sir?
I pray thee, sing.
Why did you let me love you? Why did you let me fall? Why should it be when it's plain to see that you can't see me at all? I need your love so badly. I love you oh so badly. I don't stand a ghost of chance with you.
Here's for thy pains.
Oh, no pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
Then I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me leave now to leave thee. Once more, Cesario. Get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her, my love, more noble than the world, prizes, not quality of dirty lands that parts the fortune hath stowed upon her. Tell her I hold as giddily as a fortune. 'Tis miracle and queens of gems that nature pranks her and attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir,
I cannot be so answered.
sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love a great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
No woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big, they hold so much they lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite, no motion of the liver, but palate, that suffers surfeit, cloyment, and revolt. My love is as hungry as the sea and can digest as much. Make no compare between that love a woman can bear me and that I owe Olivia.
I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter loved a man, as it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's your history?
A blank, my lord, she never told her love, but let concealment like a worm in the bud feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with the green and yellow melancholy, she sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will. For still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Say, my love gives no place, and bides no delay.
Pretty nice.
Here's a little villain. How now, my metal of India?
Get ye all three into the box tree. Malvolio's coming down this walk. He's been yonder in the sun practicing behavior till his shadow this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplated idiot of him. Close in the name of jesting, lie thou there. For here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me. And I have heard her come near thus, that should she fancy, it should be someone of my complexion. After all, she does use me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue. Oh, peace. Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. How he jets under his advanced plumes.
Slight, I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, peace. To be Count Malvolio.
Ah, rogue.
Pistol him! Pistol him!
Peace. Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state,
For a stone bow to hit him in the eye.
calling my officers about me, in my branched velvet gown, having come from my daybed, where I've left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
Oh, peace, peace.
And having the humor of state, after demure travel of regard, telling them, I know my place as I would, they should do theirs. To my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles.
Oh, peace now.
7 of my people make out for him with an obedient start. I frown the while, a pre-chance wind up watch, or playing with my some rich jewel. Toby approaches. Curtsies to me there.
Shall this fellow live?
Though our silence be drawn from us with cars, yet peace.
I extend my hand thus, quenching my familiar smile. With an austere regard of control.
And does Toby take a blow of the lips then?
Telling you, cousin Toby, fortune has cast me upon your niece. Give me this prerogative of speech. What? You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
Nay, patience, or we break the sinews of our plot.
After all, you do waste the treasures of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warned you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew it was I, for many do call me fool.
What employment have we here?
Now the woodcock is near the gin. Oh, peace, and the spirit of humor intimate reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. To the unknown beloved, this and my best wishes. Her very phrase. By your leave, soft, wax, with which she used to seal. To whom should this be?
This wins him liver and all.
Job knows I love, but who? Lips do not move. No man must know. No man must know. But what follows? The numbers alter. No man must know. Should this be the Malvolio?
Mary hang thee, Brock.
I may command where I adore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see.
What dish of poison has she dressed him?
And with what wing the Staniel checks at it.
I may command where I adore. Well, she commands me. I serve her. She is my lady. This is evident to any formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this. And in the end, what doth the alphabetical position portend? If I should make it resemble something in me, so, M-O-A-I.
O-A. Make that up. He is now in a cold sense.
Sour will cry upon it. For all this, though it be as rank as a fox.
M. Malvolio. M. Why, that starts my name.
Did not I tell you he would work it out? Her is excellent at false.
M. M. But then there's no constancy in the sequel. Under probation, A should follow, but O does. M-O-A-I. The simulation isn't in the former, and yet, to crush this a little, it bows to me. For every single one of these letters is in my name. Here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars, I am above thee. But be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Cast thy humble slouch and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surely with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commanded thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee cross-gartered. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, a fellow of servants, and not worthy of touching fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter service with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read political authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will point devise the very man. I do not fool myself. To let imagination jade me. For every reason excites to this. That my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my legs be cross-gartered. And in this, she manifests herself to my love. Oh, Jove, I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings, and cross-gartered. Jove and my stars, I am happy. And here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. But if thou entertainest my love, let me see it in thy smiling. Thy smile suit thee well, so in my presence still smile. Dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything thou wilt have me.
Shall I play my freedom at a trade trip and become thy bond?
His face for either!
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
Nay, but say true. Does it work upon him?
Like aqua vitae with a midwife.
If you will see the fruits of our sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and to the color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her. Which will not be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one too!
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
De vous garde, monsieur.
Et vous aussi, votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are. And I am yours.
Will you encounter the house?
My niece is desirous you should enter, if your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs then, put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, sir, but I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir, to enter.
I will answer you with 8 minutes. Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
That you's a rare courtier. Reynaudiers, well.
My matter hath no voice to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Oh, dears, pregnant and vouchsafed? Now get 'em all 3 already.
Let the garden door be shut and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, in most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant? Your servant to the Count Orsino, youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
By your leave, I pray you, I bade you never to speak of him again. But would you undertake another suit? I had rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady.
Give me leave, I beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did here, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you. Under your hard construction I must sit, to force it on you in a shameful cunning, to which you knew none of yours. What might you think? A cypress, not a bosom, hides my heart, so let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That is a great to love?
No, not a prize. Tis a bold truth that very often we pity enemies.
Will there be things for time to smile again? Oh, world, how apt the poor are to be proud! If one should be a prey, how much is better to fall from the lion than the wolf? The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth, I would not have you. Yet when wit and youth come to harvest, your wife is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho. Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You're nothing, madam, to my lord by me.
Oh, say I pray thee, tell me what thou thinkest of me!
That you do think you are not what you are.
If you think so, I think the same of you.
I think you right, I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it might, for now I am your...
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. A murderous guilt shows not itself more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario! By the roses of spring, by maidenhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so that now agree all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this clause, for that I woo thou therefore hast no cause. But rather reason thus with reason fettered, love sought is good, but given unsought better.
By innocence, I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has. Nor never none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. And so, adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again, but thou perhaps may smooth that heart which now pours like his love.
Sir Toby, I'll not stay a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Benham, give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Count's serving man than she ever bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Well, did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
Well, this was a great argument of love in her toward you.
Slight. Will you make an ass of me?
I shall prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
And they've been grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor.
She did you a favor in this truth, in your sight, only to exasperate you, to awaken your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. This was look right your hand, and this was fall, unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt either of valor or policy.
And it be anyway. It must be with valor.
Why then, build thy fortunes upon the basis of valor. Challenge me the Count's youth to fight with him. heard him in 11 places. My niece will take note of it. And assure thyself, there is no love broker in the world can prevail in man's accommodation with women than report of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, but write it in martial hand. Be cursed and brief. It is no matter how witty, so it be fun and eloquent of invention. Taunt him with the license of ink. If thou doust him thrice, it shall not be taken amiss. And let as many lives will lie in the sheet of paper. Let there be gall enough in thy ink. Though thou write with a goose pen, it's no matter. Go about it.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call the Anticumicula. Go!
This is a dear mannequin in you, Sir Toby.
I have been dear to him, sir. Some 2,000 strong or so.
We shall have a rare letter from him, but you'll not deliver it.
Never trust me, then. By all means, sir, on the youth to answer. Look, here the youngest run of mine comes.
If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yon gull Malvolio is turned heathen, a very renegado, for there was no Christian that means to be saved by believing rightly can ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. He's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered.
Most villains. He does obey every point of the letter I dropped to strike him. I know my lady will strike him. If she do, he will smile and take it for a great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
I will not by my will have troubled you, but since you make pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire more sharp than violent steel did spur me forth. And not all love to see you, but jealousy. What might befall your travel? Being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often proves rough and unhospitable. My willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Oh, would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once, in a sea fight, gets the Count his galleys. I did some service of such note indeed that were I taken here, it would scarce be answered.
Be like you slew a number of his people?
The offense is not of such a bloody nature. Albeit the quality and time of the quarrel may well have given us bloody argument, for which if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. At the south suburb of the Elephant is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, whilst you beguile your time and knowledge with viewing of the town. There you shall have me.
Why I your purse?
Happily your eye shall light upon some toy you wish to purchase, and your store, I think, is not of idle market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer, and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant?
I do remember.
What bestow of him? I speak too loud.
Madam.
Where is Malvolio? He's sad and civil and suits well for a servant with my fortunes. Now where is Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam.
Why? What's the matter? Does he rave?
No, he does nothing but smile. The lady should request to have some guard about you. If he comes, we're sure to
Go call him hither. I'm
the blood, this cross-gartering. But what of that? If it pleases the eye of one, then it is with me the very true sonnet is. Please one, and please all.
Why, hold up, sir! What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my leg. It did come in his head, and commands shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed?
Ah!
Aye, sweetheart, and I shall come to thee.
Oh, God comfort thee! Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
How do you, Malvolio? Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness, 'twas well writ.
What meanest by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great, some achieve greatness,
What sayest thou?
and some have greatness thrust upon them. Commanded by yellow stocking, and wish to see thee cross-guard. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so.
Am I made?
If not, let me see thee a servant still.
Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino has returned. I can hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
Oh, I'll come to him. Good Maria! Let this fellow be looked to. Where is my cousin Toby? Let my people have a special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for the half of my dowry.
Oh, ho! Do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose that I may appear stubborn to him. Well, Jove, not I is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is he? In the name of sanctity, if all the devils of hell be drawn in little, and Legion himself possess him, and I'll speak to him.
Here he is. Here he is. How is it with you, sir? How is it with you, man?
Go off! I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off!
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him! Did not I tell you, Sir Toby, my lady prays you to have a care of him?
Aha, does she so?
Go to, peace, peace. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone. How do you, Malvolio? How is it with you? What, man? Defy the devil. Consider he's an enemy to mankind.
Do you know what you say?
Know you! And you figure of the devil, how he takes it to heart! Pray God he be not bewitched!
Here, take his water to the wise woman.
Marry, and it shall be done tomorrow morning if I live! My lady would not lose him for more than I'll say!
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord!
Prithee, hold thy peace. Do you not see how you move him? Let me alone with him.
No way but gentleness! Gently! Gently! The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used! Get him to say his prayers, Sir Toby! Get him to pray!
My prayers, minx! Go! Hang yourselves all! You are all idle, shallow things! I am not of your element, and you shall no more hereafter!
Is it possible?
If they were played upon a stage now, I condemn it as improbable fiction.
His very genius hath taken infection of the device, man.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air and taint.
Why, we shall make him very mad indeed.
The house will be the quieter.
Come, we'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in the belief that he is mad, and we may carry it thus, for our pleasure and his penance, until our very pastime, tired out of breath, prompt us to have mercy upon him. At which time,
will bring the device to the bar and be crowned for the finder of madmen. But see?
More matter for a May morning.
Here's the challenge. Read it. Warrant, there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Aye, is it? I warrant him. Do but read.
Give me. You, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good. And diet?
Admire not in thy mind, nor consider not why I call thee so, for I will give no reason for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in mine eyes she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. But this is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief, and to exceedingly good sense. List.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me,
Good.
thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Still you keep of the windy side of the law. Good.
Farewell, and may God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better. Therefore, look to thyself, thy friend as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Agacheek. If this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it to him.
You may have a very fit occasion for it, for he is now in some commerce with my lady and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew. Scout for me at the orchard end like a bum bailey, and as soon as thou seest him, draw.
And as thou draw, swear horrible, for it comes off to pass that a terrible oath, with a swagger and accent sharply twanged off, gives manhood more approbation than proof itself would have earned him. Away!
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Now not will I deliver this letter, for the behavior of the young gentleman gives him to be of good capacity and breeding. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will strike no fear in the youth. He will find that it comes from a clodpole. But I will deliver a challenge, set upon Agacheek a notable report of valor, which will drive the young gentleman, as I know his youth will aptly receive it, into a hideous opinion of his rage, fury, skill, and impetuosity that will frighten them both so that they will kill each other upon the look like cockatrices.
Oh, here he comes with his niece. He's your niece. Give him wait, we take leave, and then presently after him.
I'll meditate the while upon some horrid message for a challenge.
I've set too much unto a heart of stone and laid mine honor to uncarry out. There's something in me that approves my fault, but such a headstrong and potent fault it is that it but mocks your proof. With the same hater that your passion bears goes on my master's grief. Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not, it hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny, when honor saved may upon asking give?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How, with mine honor, may I give to him that which I've given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, fare you well. Come again tomorrow. A fiend like you might bear my soul to hell.
God save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
That defense thou hast. Betake you to it. For what nature wrongs has done him I know not, but thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy tuck. Be yarn thy preparation, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I am sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense done to any man.
You will find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you value your life at any price, betake you to your guard. For your opposite has what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish man with all.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Senor Festi, stay with this gentleman till my return.
Pray you, sir, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrariness, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
Nothing of that wonderful promise. To read him by his form, you are like to find him in the proof of his valor. He's indeed the most skillful, bloody, fatal opposite you could have possibly found in any of Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I'll make your peace with him.
I shall be much bound to you for it. I am one that had rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my mettle.
Why, he's a very devil. I have never seen such a farrago. I had a pass with him, rapier, scabbard, and all, and he gives me the stuff with such a mortal motion that it is inevitable. And on the answer, he pays you as sure as your feet hit the ground they step on. They say he has been ventured to the Sophie.
Pox on it! I'll not meddle with him!
Aye, but he will not now be pacified. Best he can scarce hold him yonder.
Plague on it! And I thought he had been valiant in so cunning a fit! I'd have seen him damn there that have challenged him! Let the matter slip!
I'll make the motion. Stand here. Make a good show on it. This shall pass without the perdition of souls. I haven't convinced the youth's a devil.
And he is as horribly conceited of him, and pants and looks pale as if a bear were at his heels.
There's no remedy, sir. He will, for his oath's sake, fight. But he had me better thought him of his quarrel, and he finds it now scarce to be worth talking of. Therefore draw, for by the supportance of his vow he protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me show them how much I lack of a man.
Give grant if you see him furious.
Come, stranger. No remedy. You will, for his honor's sake, have one bout with you. He cannot by the duel avoid it. But he has given me his word, as a soldier and a gentleman, he will not hurt you. Come on to it, man.
Pray God to keep his own.
I do assure you 'tis against my will.
Put up your sword! If this young gentleman have done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
Why, sir, what are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet do more than you've heard him brag to you he will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Oh, listen to me, behold, here comes the officer.
Antonio! I arrest you in the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me.
No, sir, no, Jack. I know your favor well. Though now you have no sea cap on your head. Away with you, you know I know you well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you, but there's no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do now my necessity makes me to ask you for my purse? It grieves me much more for what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? My having is not much. I'll make division on my present with you. Hold, here's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with the kindnesses I've done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any feature. I hate ingratitude in a man more than lying, vainness, babbling, drunkenness, or any other taint of vice whose strong corruption inhabits our frail blood.
Heavens themselves!
Away, sir!
Let me speak a little. This youth you see here I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love and to his image, which methought to promote most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by.
But oh, how vile and idle proves this God. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feats or shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. No one can be called deformed but the unkind. Nature is beauty, but the virtue is, but the beauty is evil, or empty trunks overflourished by the devil.
The man grows mad. Away with you. Come, sir.
Leave me.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true, imagination, oh, prove true that I, dear brother, be not taken for you. He named Sebastian. I my brother know, yet living in my glass. Even such, and so in favor was my brother, for he went in the same fashion, color, ornament, for him I imitate. Oh, if it prove, tempests are kind, and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest paltry boy. His dishonesty appears in leaving his friend here as a necessity of it. And for his cowardship, ask Bestie.
A coward, most devout coward, religious in it.
Slid. I'll after him and beat him.
Do cuff him soundly, but never draw thy sword.
And I do not.
Come, let's see the event.
I will lay no money, 'twill be nothing yet.
Will you have me believe that I am not sent for you?
Go to, thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well held out in faith. No, I did not know you, nor was I not bid by my lady to bid you come speak with her. Nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor this is not my nose neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly? Why, he has heard this word of some great man and now applies it to a fool.
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. Here's money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand.
Now, sir, do we meet again? Here's for you.
Why, there's for thee.
Oh, people mad?
Oh, sir, put up for your dagger on the house. This will I tell my lady straight. I'll not be in some of his coat for 2 pence.
But come on, sir. Hold.
Nay, let him alone. I'll find another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him if there be a law in Illyria. Yet I struck him first. Yep, there's no matter for it.
Let go thy hand.
Come, sir. I will not let you go.
I'll be free from thee. What wouldst thou now? Thou darest touch his brother, draw thy sword.
What? Nay. Now I must have an ounce or 2 of this malapert blood from you.
Hold, Toby, on thy life, I charge thee, hold!
Madam!
Will it be ever thus? Ungracious wretch! Fit for the mountains of the barbarous caves, where manners ne'er be preached! Out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Cesario. Rootsby, be gone! I prithee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and thou unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house. Thou shalt not choose but go. Do not deny.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or am I mad? Or else this is a dream. Let fancy still my sense and leave me sleep. If it be thus to dream still, let me sleep.
Nay. Come. Would thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be.
Nay, I prithee, put on this hat and this cloak. Make him believe thou art Sir Topaz, the curate. Do it quickly. I'll call Sir Toby the Wild.
Well, I'll put it on, and I'll dissemble myself in it.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Buenos dias, Sir Toby. But as the old hermit of plague very wittily said to the niece of King Gorbaduke, that is. So I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson.
To him, Sir Topaz.
What ho! Peace in this prison.
Who calls there?
Sir Topaz the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic.
Sir Topaz. Sir Topaz, good Sir Topaz, go to my lady.
Out, hyperbolical fiend. How vexest thou this man? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Well said, Master Parson.
Sir Topaz, never was a man thus wrong. Good Sir Topaz, do not think I am mad, for they have laid me here in hideous darkness.
By the dishonest Satan, sayest thou this house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz.
Madman, thou errest! I say there is no darkness but ignorance!
Sir Topaz! Sir Topaz! Sir Topaz!
My most exquisite Sir Topaz.
Nay, I am for all waters.
To him in thy own voice. And bring me word on how thou findest him. I would we were well rid of this knavery. If he can be conveniently delivered, I would have he were, for I am in such offense with my niece now that I cannot pursue with safety this sport to the upshot. Come by and by to my chamber.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady does.
Fool!
My lady is unkind, her thee. Who calls, huh?
Good fool! As ever thou wilt deserve well at my hand. Please, help me to a candle, paper, ink, and pen. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
Aye, good fool!
Alas, sir, how fell you beside your 5 wits?
Good fool! Never was a man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
What as well? Then you are mad indeed if you know better in your wits than a fool.
Good fool, by this hand, I am, please, paper, pen, light, that I may convey what I will set down. It will advantage thee more than the bearing of this letter did.
I'll help you to it, but tell me true. Are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not, I tell thee true.
I'll never believe a madman till I see his brains, but I shall fetch your light paper and ink.
I requite in the highest degree. I pray thee, be gone.
The song is ended, but the melody lingers on. You and the sun have gone, but the melody lingers on. The moon descending, but it's bound to break of dawn. You and the sun have gone, but the melody lingers on.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it. And though 'tis wonder that enwrecks me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant. And yet there he was, and there I did find his credit that he did range the town to seek me out. His counsel now may do me golden service, for though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, but no madness. Yet toughest accident and fatal fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse that I am ready to distrust mine eyes, and wrangle with my reasons that persuade me to anything trust, but that I am mad. Or else the lady is mad, yet if 'twere so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, taking it back affairs in their dispatch with smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. But there's something in it that is deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Let not this haste of mine. If you mean well, go with me and with this holy man into the chantry by. There, before him, and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it, while you are willing it shall come to note. What time will our celebration keep according to my birth? What do you say?
I'll follow this good man, and go with you, and having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine. Here comes the man that did rescue me.
That face of his I do remember well. Yet, when I saw it last, it was besmeared, black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. A bubbling vessel he was captain of. That very tongue of laws cries fame and honor on him. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the Phoenix under Crop from Candy. And this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private rabble did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side.
but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not what 'twas but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies, to whose in terms so bloody and so dear hast made thy enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate, though I confess on base and ground enough Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither. That most ungrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave and did there to add my love, without retention or restraint, all his in dedication. For his sake then I exposed myself, pure for his love into the danger of this adverse town, drew to defend him when he was beset, where, being apprehended, his false cunning, not me to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, and grew a 20-year removed thing, while one would wink, denied me mine own purse, which I recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and 3 months before. No interim, not a minute's vacancy, both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess! Now heaven walks on earth. But fellow, thy words are madness. 'Tis 3 months this youth hath attended upon me, but more of that anon.
What would my lord but that he may not have wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Zario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam?
Gracious Olivia.
When you say Zario, good my lord.
My lord would speak, my duty hushes me.
It be ought to be old tune, it is fat and full seems my ears howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What? To perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul's faithfully offerings that e'er breathed out devotion tender. What shall I do?
Even what it please my lord, that shall become him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it? But hear me this. Since you two non-regardants cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, you marble-breasted tyrant. But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye, where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe with mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb I do love to spite the raven's heart within a dove.
And I most apt and willingly to do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love. More than I love these eyes, more than my life. More by all wars than e'er I shall love a wife. If I do fain you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I me detested, how am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself it hath been so long? Call in the Holy Father!
Come away!
Where goes my lord Sire? Husband, stay!
Husband!
Aye, husband, can he deny that?
Her husband, sirrah?
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle at the crying. Fear not, Cesario, take thy fortunes up. Oh, son, welcome, father! Father, I charge thee, by thy reverence, here to unfold, though lately we intended to keep it secret, what occasion revealed before 'tis right? What dost thou know hath newly passed between this youth and me?
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by the interchangement of your rings, and all the ceremony of this compact, sealed in my function, by my testimony, since when my watch hath told me toward my grave I have traveled but 2 hours.
O thou dissembling cub! What wilt thou be when time hath sowed a drizzle on thy case? Or what else will thy craft so quickly grow, that thine own trick shall be thine overthrown? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear! Hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, your help! A surgeon! Send one presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
He has broke my head across and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, your help! I had rather 40 pound e'er at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman, Cesario.
There he is. sent on to do it by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause. But I bespoke you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be hurt, you have hurt me. I think you said nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby, halting. You shall hear more.
But if he had not been a drink, he would have tickled you other gates than he did.
How now, gentlemen? How is it with you?
That's all one. He has hurt me.
And there's the end on it.
Away with them! Who has made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An asset and a coxcomb, a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull.
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I am sorry, madam. I have hurt your kinsman, but had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons. A natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, my dear Antonio! How have the hours racked and tortured me since I lost thee?
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made a division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be that deity in my nature of here and everywhere. I had a sister once, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman? What parentage? What name?
Of Messalene, Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too. So when he suited to his watery tomb, if spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should let my tears fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He finished indeed his mortal act that day that made my sister 13 years.
I am Viola. Which, to confirm, I'll bring you to a captain in this town where lie my maid's garments, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count.
So comes it, lady. You have been mistook. But nature to her body is true in that you would have been contracted to a maid. Nor are you therein by my life deceived. You are betrothed both to a maid and man.
Right noble is his blood. And if this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou should never love a woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear.
Give me thy hand. Now let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did bring me first on shore hath my maid's garments. He upon some action is now in durance at Malvolio's suit, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
He shall enlarge him. Fetch Malvolio hither.
Your master quits you, and your service done to him. So much against the mettle of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here is my hand, and from this time you shall be your master's mistress.
A sister, you are she.
Is this the madman?
Alas, the same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have! Pray you peruse this letter. You cannot now deny that it is your hand. You have given me such clear light of favor. Bade me come to you cross-gartered and smiling, to put on yellow stockings and frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people. Why have you suffered me be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by a priest, and made the most notorious get and gall that e'er invention could play on? Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. Though I confess, much like the character out of the question Mariah's had. Prithee, be content. This practice hath most shrewdly passed upon thee. Yet when we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt become the plaintiff and the judge of thine own case.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor brawl come to taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at, and hope it shall not. Most freely I confess, myself and Sir Toby did set this device against Malvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against him. Maria writ the letter, upon Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her. How with this sportful malice did it follow? May rather talk with laughter than revenge. If the injuries be justly weighed, then have on both sides passed.
Alas, poor fool, how have they baffled thee?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them.
I will be revenged on the whole pack of you!
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to peace.
Meantime, sweet sister, we shall not part from hence.
Cesario, come, for so you shall be while you are man. But when in other habits seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
She will admit no kind of suit. No, not the Duke's.
There is a fair behavior in thee, Captain.
Then love that would seem hid last night is noon. Cesario! By the roses of spring, thy maidenhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so that Malgré all thy pride, nor wit, nor reason can my passion hide.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me show them how much I lack of a man.
Come, Sir Andrew, there's no remedy. He will, for his honor's sake, have one bout with you. He cannot, by the duello, avoid it. But he has given me his word as a soldier and a gentleman. He will not hurt you. Come on to it.
Pray God he keep his oath!
I do assure you 'tis against my will.
Put up your sword! If this young gentleman have done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
Why, sir, what are you?
1. Sir, that for his love dares yet do more than you've heard him brag to you he will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Good sir, to behold, here comes the officer.
Antonio, I must be in the state of Calor Sea.
Alright, this is funny. I went to buy a pack of gum, and I just didn't have enough money, clearly, because I wanted to get the juicy fruit here, 45 cents, clearly advertised 45 cents. Put in my money, just for demonstration, so I'm just gonna put a dime in. To prove to you that this is the problem, I'm gonna type in 172, which is the doublemint there. 172, doesn't have enough money, it costs 45 cents. Okay, so I went to do 173, $601.70 for a pack of juicy fruit gum. It must be the best damn gum ever made. And that's it.
Please report problems to extension 2424.
Ooh, look at that! Oh god. I guess I totally should, actually. Oh god. Well, I mean, what? No, the company's not going to be getting their gum. You know, it's not being sold because they're being falsely advertised. Yeah. So the company's not. If I worked for Juicy Fruit, heads would roll. I'm furious.